Hi everyone, my name is Whitney Beckman. My topic for this presentation is homelessness and poverty in third world countries. My community organizing online advocacy project focuses on a charity called Shelter the World, and that charity focuses on raising awareness about homeless and poverty and working against it. And I'll go into detail on that organization in just a little bit. So I wanted to start by giving you some statistics and information about homelessness and poverty in third world countries. Most of the research and statistics I found was actually from the website that's created by Shelter the World. So currently 25% of the population is living in poverty. That is a large amount of people. Right now, inadequate housing and homelessness affects 1 in 5 people. That's also large. Within 5 minutes of listening to this report, 300 people will join this statistic. And by tomorrow, 86,000 people will be homeless. I was kind of shocked by these statistics. I knew that in other parts of the world, homelessness and poverty are very apparent compared to the United States, but I figured I would share those statistics with you. So I also wanted to address the effects of not having proper housing and living in poverty. So inadequate housing means having a shelter that's just inadequate. There could be a lack of proper ventilation. It could just be not protecting you from the environment. So having inadequate housing or being homeless, it increases your chances of having heat stroke, dehydration, malaria, emphysema, all types of diseases, and a lot of people die because of inadequate shelter. Proper shelter is very important for many reasons that are physical and mental. Physically, obviously, I just mentioned a bunch of diseases and health concerns. There's also, in third world countries, a lot of violence, sexual violence, child trafficking, and simply having a door that locks can prevent a lot of that for many people. So, what is Shelter the World? Shelter the World is a nonprofit charity. It was created in 2005 by Richard and Susan Grabowski, who are a married couple. They developed this organization to help inform people of how severe the amount of people are in the world that are homeless or living in poverty. So the mission of this charity is to teach people how to build houses. They recruit volunteers and donations, all sorts of things, and they go overseas and teach people how to build adequate shelter. Not only does this provide shelter for those people, but a lot of them take the skills and turn to generating income, whether it's through construction or anything like that, carpentry. So this is a pretty unique kind of charity because it's focusing on something very far from home. This organization addresses the mental and physical needs that a shelter provides, and they do that relying on volunteers and donations. And a lot of what they do is just informing people of what's really going on. So my project was pretty much, I found it online. I was looking up virtual volunteering because this class kind of got me interested in that and how effective it could be to actually volunteer online. So I did a lot of looking on Google, and I liked the cause that Shelter the World supported. I think that homelessness and poverty is a really hard cycle to break, and this organization really works towards that. So I signed up to be a virtual volunteer, and that consists of, you can just do even the simplest things like sharing posts on Facebook or Twitter, or donating, or, you get weekly emails saying kind of opportunities that are available, stuff like that. So I designed my project to do week by week using social media to test how much of an effect I could make as a virtual volunteer. So I found that there was a lot of opportunities and limitations by using social media as my sole kind of resource for this project. Um, Obviously, there was a lot of success with Facebook. Now, Facebook, I have probably 1,100 friends, just pretty much anyone I know from school or anywhere. So I had a lot of people that I was able to reach out to, and I invited people to like Shelter the World's Facebook page. I was actually really shocked. I invited the first week about 80 people, I think, and I received 50 people, approximately 49 really, to actually like the Facebook page. So obviously that's not them committing to volunteering or donating, but it is ensuring that there's that many more people that will see the posts by this page in their newsfeed and become more aware of what's going on. So I was surprised by that, and I continued to share posts by them and just link things, just hoping that people see and become kind of aware of what's going on. Social media definitely it has a lot of opportunities to offer. It connects a bunch of people. It's quick. It's easy. People check like Facebook, Twitter every day. However, I did use Twitter too to test and see if I could kind of use that just as effectively, and it really wasn't much of a success. Shelter the World does have a Twitter page, so I followed them, retweeted some things. I even created a hashtag to see how many people might retweet that for me or anything. And I only got about 2 people that really did anything with that. So, but then again, on Twitter, I don't follow that many people. It's more of like a personal rather than like just add everyone you know. So, there's definitely pros and cons to using social media. I also think that a con would be the fact that a lot of people are on social media for social reasons, not to join any kind of organizations or really do any research. It's more of an entertaining thing. So I thought for my project, I might consider finding a different site or creating a website, something where people are really looking to get involved with something would be more effective. I also did raise donations for the cause, and I almost reached my goal of $50, but not quite yet. I mostly did that in person, though, because it didn't seem to really work online. What I was thinking would be a good idea is to go on a website like GoFundMe, something like that, to kind of make it easy for people to donate online. So my project, a lot of it was to show that people are willing to volunteer and help, even if it's just in a little way. I mean, there's statistics on Shelter the World's website about what a difference even $10, $20 can make, and the tools it can provide, and the lessons for people to build, all sorts of things. So there was a lot of potential in using social media for raising awareness for this charity. So overall, I think my project was very successful. I'd like to put it on a bigger scale, maybe try using a different website, and maybe creating a Facebook group for people to talk about things in, and just kind of testing out different ways to use it other than just social media. But I do think that using the internet was a quick way to reach people and kind of spread the word about things involving homelessness and poverty. So that's pretty much what my project was, and hopefully you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you for listening.